Welcome to Detaildrummer. My name is Joao Vaz, and today I'm going to be talking with Horacio El Negro. He's a Cuban drummer, and he played with names such as Dizzy Gillespie, Gonzalo Rubalcaba, Michel Camilo, and Carlos Santana. So you were saying about like the difference of not being able now to play live, and because you've been doing this for 30 years now. So how did that change like your approach or your mental state?
Oh, I think whoever. Oh my God, let me get for whoever manage to refocus and use all this crazy time to get better. I mean, I see it on the internet that it's thousands of better musicians, thousands and thousands. It's a million great musicians now, So I'm pretty sure that COVID is one of the causes of what, because we had the time.
Yeah, true.
And
Even if
I had to
even if it's like you didn't like develop your skills, let's say musical skills, you could develop other parts of your music set, like promotion and know how to export your work or make your work more visible. So it's
also,
like
also you guys are more into those things that people of my generation. I mean, I do a little bit. I post some things on Instagram, but that's all I do.
yeah,
Yeah.
you care more about the old way to just the music, not the exposure.
Yeah. Of course, I think actually I'm pretty into uh, against somebody doing everything,
Yeah,
playing writing the song, producing the song, playing the drums, uh, contacting. I don't know the words. You know what I mean? Contacting managers. These are all of no.
yeah,
It's to just to play an instrument well.
and that was enough.
You need time. You need a lot of time. I need a lot of time for that. I
Yeah,
mean, I cannot use that time in being on the phone. As a matter of fact, I never had a phone. I had a phone like a year ago when COVID started. I got my first phone, my very first phone.
really.
Yeah. I was traveling the whole world with an iPad and, of course, connected to the internet, but not with a phone that is constantly battling with whatever you have to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like
And what I have to
attention and stuff. People.
what I have to do and what I like to do and love to do is to become a better musician and to use my time to to learn, to practice, to learn music. Yeah.
Yeah, to improve yourself. I've read
Right.
I've read on Drummer World that when you were 13 you were arrested because you're playing covers from Cream, and
Right.
I wanted you if you could like just to explain a little bit more about that story, because I found it's of course it's I found it funny now, but at the time, because all the political stuff and it was illegal to listen to US songs and all that. And I just wanted you to
Right.
explain what happened at the time.
Well, it's we were kids, and we were kind of rebel kids, free kids, and that was it. We were playing the music of the enemy, and, and it was actually going to be my first gig with that band. That was the most popular underground band, Habana. Um, and and that was it. Police came and we all were arrested.
And
Everybody.
did you stay like in the police station for a while, or it was just like they just took you there and then?
I was in a serious, not a police station,
Oh, really?
in a, in the place where the people that attempt against the country and things like that. I was there for 2 weeks. It was not fun. but I was 13 years old. I was 13. So
you were really young.
different. Yeah, I saw all of that in a very deep way. It was an experience. It was an amazing experience that I think I would love to have it again. If I'm born again, I would love to something like that happen to me when I'm 13 again. So I learned something from me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
And I mean the incredible things that happen in my life is that with that band we were playing a song by Jack Bruce. I hope you know who it is. Jack Bruce, you know, Ginger Baker, Jack Bruce, Eric Clapton had a huge band named Cream. And when I was 13, we were playing one of their songs, one of Jack Bruce's songs. And then 35 years after I found myself playing with Jack Bruce, you know, touring the whole world. I went to Manchester with Jack Bruce.
That's amazing. That's really cool.
It was a year to.
How is it for you, like, because you started from what I've seen, you at that time that you went to Italy as well as to be a teacher, and then you come back to, you went to New York after that.
Well, I always wanted to go to New York. To go to New York was my
your goal. Yeah.
Yeah, but unfortunately, because you know the immigration laws and bureaucracy and politicians and all that, those things, you cannot go anywhere you want in this planet. You have to, I don't know, you have to first of all, you have to have had the chance to be born in the United States, Europe, or Japan, or that's it. If you're from Latin America, it's very hard for you to get to anywhere, you know. So I had a chance when I decided to move from here. I had the chance to get to Italy, and I lived 2.5 years in Rome, and those were two wonderful 2.5 years. As you said, I was teaching, but then I started to play with everybody. Another one of my crazy stories, I played at of the Italian Prime Minister, and I was illegal. I didn't have documents, but I was playing the drums there.
That takes courage.
Many crazy things are happening in my life.
That's truly passion for what you do.
Yeah. Oh, that was all about. But you know, those 2.5 years in Italy, I had the great opportunity to practice the whole 2.5 years. Those 2.5 years were the ones that built me to then go to New York and get inserted in the music scene of New York City.
How hard was for you then, like arriving to New York at that time, and of course, like with all those problems of being an immigrant and everything? How hard was for you to break through and start
at that time? I mean, in the bureaucratic way, at that time it was a law in the United States that if you were Cuban, you got political asylum automatically. So it was really? Like, yes, that was the very first thing. I gained a passport to be able to go all around the world. And then it was a party. I had million friends already there. I was playing, my last 10 years in Cuba, I was playing with Gonzalo Rubalcaba, with a band that Gonzalo had, and we toured the whole world with that band. And in those tours, I had the opportunity of meeting a million musicians. tons of great musicians. We were playing all the jazz festivals, where many bands meet and greet and stuff. So that was it. Going to New York was it. That was it.
How like from all those gigs around the world and everything, I would like you to just pick, like two, to give me an example of the best, not the best gig. When I say the best gig, is not the one that went better or the biggest one. It's like the one that you felt, better on stage, and the one you were just wishing for the gig to end. If you have any story like that.
Oh, there are thousands of those. I mean, I felt good in a million gigs. Not only because the amount of people in the audience, I have played from 250,000 people, as well as for 15 people.
Yeah.
And these 15 have been so great at the 250,000. So, and also back gigs have been a lot of them. I remember lately have been less and less, because now you can find a very good drum set anywhere you go. Mm-hmm. So, it's impossible to travel with the drum set. So we usually play the kids that are in the places. And believe me, the last century, let's call it like that, before the year 2000, you could find a Ludwig kick from 1955 with 3 locks missing in the bass drum, 2 in the bottom snare head. I mean, forget it. I can't tell you. But still, the music always have the power to lift you, and those things became like wow, I have to deal with this.
It's kind of a challenge. You get to the venue and it's like, let's see what I'm working with.
Exactly. It becomes a challenge for you, so you even enjoy it. I mean, when everything is perfect, it's a little bit boring, kind of.
Do you have that feeling when you were like touring for that, like that at some point the gigs all look almost the same, or for you it's always, you can always tell that it's a different crowd or a different place, and you have that, because I've talked with some drummers that after a while, on tour, it just looks like you were doing the same gig on repeat, and even though it's a different city, it just feels like the same thing.
Well, I don't even know if I had done a gig long enough to get bored. Yeah, I mean, it's not true, because I did this Gonzalo for 10 years. I did Michel Camilo for 10 years. And
yeah, but maybe being on the jazz scene is more improv, so maybe that makes it different. Exactly. But when you played, for example, with Santana, or when you played like with artists like that, do you notice
Santana back then, it was a lot of improv. It was more improv than anyone. It was like truly free rock. Yeah. Well, it was a jam. It was just a jam.
And guys to the band and say, just let's just do these songs, and the rest, let's just chill it, like just enjoy it and jam it out. Would they like give you free will, not free will, but free like
time? Yeah,
give you the permission to just
fly? No, that's what Carlos wanted. He wanted you to go crazy. Oh, play, enjoy.
That's amazing when you play with an artist like that. That gives you like the freedom to put yourself as well, like your voice out there as well.
Yeah, and to ask to enjoy. You know what I mean? Have fun, enjoy, play. Yeah.
What would you like? I wanted to ask you, because I'm curious about the Cuban music scene. I always loved like Cuban music, and I wanted to ask you from when you started. So when you started to have your first gigs in Cuba, how was the music scene, and how what's the difference? And do you think it evolved? It stayed the same? It's still like traditional? What's your opinion about it?
Here, this is a land of music, a total land of music. Here, when I was born, it was 1,000 great musicians. When I mean great musicians, it's musicians that have played all over the world, great. And now, I was laughing with a friend because I had thoughts. And yesterday, I told my friend, in Cuba, there are 10,000 great musicians. The only problem is that they are all Cubans.
But what do you mean with that?
What I meant that is a way of approach to music, it's a way of playing, it's a way of listening, it's a way of practicing. And I miss a place like New York City when you can play with a Vietnamese as well as a Moroccan or a British guy or a Japanese guy or people from all over the world. You know, they have different approaches of music, and you learn new things. You know, Turkish musicians. I mean, it's so
and
much.
Everyone brings a different thing to the table.
Exactly. It's a lot of.
That's for me, it's the best thing in music. You know, it's just to be able to talk with people without talking with them.
Exactly.
It's just like,
no matter where you're from, we're gonna have a great time.
Yeah, just bring the music when we will be together.
I miss that in Cuba. I said that here is 10,000 great musicians. The only problem is that they are all Cubans. And another of my thoughts says that after you play at Carnegie Hall, the best that can happen to you is that you play again at Carnegie Hall.
That should be truly like an honor to play there.
That's it.
It's true. Yeah. It's amazing, like how it took the world, you know, like Cuban music and Latin music just took the world in all the different genres. You know, you have Latin rock, you have Latin jazz, you have all those different, and it's so strong and full of rhythm. What would you say, like, from all those rhythms and all traditional Latin music, what would you say it's like your favorite rhythm, or the one that you just go for all of them?
They are all fun. They are all fun because they are mainly styles of music made for people dance. You know,
yeah,
so it's all fun. Merengue, it's super. Salsa is fun. Even Latin jazz, that jazz takes away a little bit of the. It makes it a little bit maybe more intellectual. Even Latin jazz, you feel like you want to dance.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
You know, so
it's a bouncy kind of music. You know, it just makes you want to shake. And the thing is, like, I think as a drummer and as someone that doesn't have that culture, you know, every time I was trying to learn like Latin rhythms or Afro-Cuban rhythms, I was also trying to learn how to dance them. So you know, so that would help a lot, because you can feel like the music with your body, and when that's happening, you lock in straight away, because you know you're playing as you were dancing, and you don't want to rush or drag, because you're in tune with your own dancing, kind of.
Right. Yeah, no. And then the other thing is that even if all the roots and the foundation, it all came from Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Here in Latin America, we have a million different cultures that they play different way.
Sure.
Maybe something that arrived the same way to both of us. We took it one way and they took it another way. and both of them are beautiful. So there's a lot to learn. Just in there, in Latin American rhythms and poetry, it's a lot. Yeah.
Well, in your future now, what's coming on? Can you give us like just some surprises, because you said something amazing is coming up, and if you could, I don't know if you can, just let us know.
I don't like to say things before they happen.
Right, jinx it. Yeah.
This is gonna be very true. Yeah.
Okay, I get that. I get that. When you see like this new generation of drummers and Cuban musicians, do you have anyone that you now like follow kind of, or new like artists that you would recommend, that you say like that are growing on the Cuban music?
Oh, on Cuban music?
Yeah. Or any other one, just someone that like inspires you as well, but someone that is new.
There's so many. You know, I don't know if they are still considering you, but I don't know, Mark Juliana.
Yeah, Mark.
What is the guy from the Drumheads? Chris Day. It's a lot of music out there, a lot of great music out there.
Do you anytime do you go through your social media, or you are like, because you said you didn't have like a phone before, so are you really disconnected from the social media, or are you trying to get in more and more?
No. Now in Instagram, I'm learning from all of them every day. I just wake up and put my post and watch what's happening. And we just scroll twice. I already had some lessons.
That's amazing.
It's great.
Did you get feedback straight away as well? You know, because you have people like saying like, "Oh, that's amazing," or "I will try that," and it's a way to connect us another way, and so we can be closer.
I do a very little. You know, you cannot practice with a phone in your hand.
Yeah, true. It's a lot of logistics. It's amazing. I think I don't want to take more of your time because you're a busy man, and I just wanted to say thank you so much for having this time just to share some of your stories with me, because because for me you are an amazing inspiration, and I've seen you since I was starting my journey as well, and see you play at the time, and now talking with you, it's really cool. Thank you very much for this.
Thank you for your interview.
If you guys like the content and you want more interviews like this, please subscribe the channel, give us a like, and comment on the comments below with your feedback and some ideas that you might have. Also, if you have something to add or to say to us, just comment or email us. If you want to check more stuff about Horacio, just go to his social media, because now he's getting really active on Instagram.
El Negro Drums. El Negro Drums.
El Negro Drums. And yeah, that's it. Have a good day.